Welcome back to Git Basics. Today we're going to learn how to clone a GitHub repository using the VSCode UI as well as the Git CLI. So let's get started. So I have the documentation opened up here, and the Git CLI documentation is right here. So all the commands and everything will be found here. I'm not going to use it in the video, but I'll link it below if anyone wants to read it over. So let's get started. The first thing that we need is to have a GitHub repository that we want to clone. And this is one of the repositories from my friend's profiles, and it's a basic Connect 4 game. So we have like a bunch of different files here. So I want to clone this into my local computer. And how do I do that? I'm going to copy this link right here, and we're going to go to our terminal. So I already did this before. Let's close this out. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to direct ourselves into the directory that we want to clone the repository to. So I'm going to clone it to my desktop. So I'm going to navigate to my desktop. And now we're in my desktop. And the only command that we need to do is git clone and then paste in the link. And yeah, it's easy as that. See, you can clone all the data to our desktop. And if you go into the desktop, you should see a folder that's the same name as the repository name. And yeah, that's how you clone it with the Git CLI. Let's move on to the VS Code UI. I'm gonna have VS Code open right here. And you should see a little icon on the left that says source control. And if you don't have Git installed on your computer, this window will show you to install Git. And once you install Git, you can refresh VS Code, and then you should see these two buttons right here. And we're gonna press clone repository because that's what we're trying to do. We'll paste in the URL, and then we press the option that says clone from URL. And from here, it'll allow us to select the folder that we wanna put the repository in. And I'll just put in the desktop to match what I did before. And now you should see a window that opens up that has two different options. I'm just gonna say open. It doesn't really matter what you do. I'll just say that. And in the desktop, you should see you should have the same folder name. And yeah, that's how you clone a repository using Git and VS Code.